Hi, this is Allison, and here is a brief overview on my workshop that covers the topic of finding work-life harmony. We will cover the topics of balance versus harmony, dealing with burnout, and promoting harmony. So, why harmony over balance? Balance brings this idea to your mind. 50-50. It should be perfectly balanced. 50% of your time should be at work and 50% of your life should be life. This would be family, friends, relationships, hobbies, that sort of thing. Should they be split evenly? I don't think so. I don't think there should be a perfect balance. I think things should move in harmony. Why? The 50-50 split brings to mind the idea that work is bad and life is good. Do you agree? This also brings to light the idea that work is totally separate than your life. Is it possible to completely separate the two things? I don't think so. So instead of this perfect balance, I think it should move more in harmony, much like a seesaw. So your needs will change over time. And that's okay. Work can be more important sometimes. Maybe there's a big project. Maybe there is a deadline you need to meet. Or maybe life will be more important. Maybe you need to focus on a relationship, or your children are very young and they need more time with you. So it is perfectly okay and normal for your needs to change over time. Momentum is the key to moving forward. Balance is static and goes nowhere. So, guys, you're not a machine. Do not try to be a machine. No machine is optimally efficient at more than one thing, and there's a cost to being the human equivalent. You are beautifully imperfect, and you're not a machine, so please do not try to be one, because burnout is real. It's real. How do you take care of yourself once you have burnout, or how do you prevent it? I'll tell you. Take good care of yourself. The topic of self-care is a hot one right now, and it tends to bring the picture to mind of, bubble baths and fancy restaurants and that sort of thing. But self-care isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it's going to the doctor. Sometimes it's telling your friends, no, I can't do that right now. I need some time to myself. Sometimes it's making choices to eat better food. Sometimes it's, doing things you don't want to do because they're good for you. But also, find community. Find your friends. This can be, in your real life. These can be maybe people from your church, people from your neighborhood. I have a mama's group. We meet for coffee. At least once a month. And these are the people that understand that side of my life. They know my, real world life. I also have my community on Facebook. These are people that keep the same hours as I do, for one thing. And they also understand the struggles of working from home, working online. So yes, we are independent contractors. Yes, we're in the classroom by ourselves, but there is great value in finding community and people that understand what you're going through. Also, find something fulfilling. Find a hobby. Learn to cook. Learn a craft. Spend time with your family. Do things that feed your soul so you're not this one-sided person. I love this quote. Instead of your focus being solely and unwaveringly on work, focus on an imperfect variety over flawless focus. Guys, we need to do more than one thing. We need to do more than work all the time. So this means spend time with your family, your friends, pick a hobby, feed your soul. Work is awesome. I love this job, but it is not the only thing that I do. To be a complete, happy, harmonious person, I need to do a variety of things to feed my soul. So here are Teacher Allison's hacks to harmony as an independent contractor. And these are based on the idea that you can't pour from an empty cup. That being, if you are empty, if you're not fulfilled, you can't help other people. You can't fulfill their needs if you have nothing to give them. So, how do you do this? Do the work you love. Find something you love and stick with it. Plan your day. This may look different for other people, but decide on a stop time. I will stop working at this time. I will have family time from here to here. For me, this is, it's funny, but part of my plan is to know what I'm going to cook by 10 a.m. This takes a lot of stress off of me. This takes the afternoon, stress of, what am I going to cook? And if something needs to be pulled out of the freezer, I can do it. If I need to go to the grocery store, I can do it. And I'm not trying to do it at 4 p.m. when everyone else in the world is trying to do it. So planning your day doesn't have to be, minute by minute, but, stop work here, do this here, laundry on this day, that sort of thing. It takes some of the stress away. Try not to get caught up in your numbers. Whoo, y'all. So as an independent contractor, in this particular arena, it is so easy to get caught up in the number of classes you can open because you open them individually. I've been there. I've done it. So be very mindful of how much time those classes represent, how much energy you have to give, because once you open that schedule and it's booked, you are locked into that schedule unless you want to lose credit score points and cancel. So it is much more beneficial to open the schedule you know you have energy for. And if you get to that point in your week and realize that, I'm feeling great, you can open more. It's much harder to take the classes away if you just don't have anything left to give. So be careful when you're opening your schedule. Next is get your sleep. Get your sleep. We need it. When you are tired, you're not as good of a teacher. You're not as good as a family member. You're not as good as a friend. So get your sleep. Be a much better person. Take time off. It's okay to take time off. This is your time to rest, rejuvenate, and work on yourself. There is no shame in taking time off. Please, please do it. You come back, excited and ready to go. Take good care of yourself. Like we mentioned a few slides ago, make sure to practice good self-care. But I feel selfish doing all of these things. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't. When you struggle with one area of your life, all of your life becomes stressful. So if work is very stressful, if you're just too tired and I don't want to teach classes tonight. I'm just so tired. This is because you haven't taken good care of yourself. So practice good self-care and manage your stress levels. So when you manage stress in the areas of your life that need it, it helps you be much more fulfilled with the other areas of your life. Small things matter. They do. They sure do. Being more balanced doesn't mean that you make dramatic changes. It means that, we don't have that one elevated skill set or, work is this end all be all. So you need to bring everything else up to about the same level. This is harmony. Happy people give the best customer service. It's true. It's true. And at the end of the day, what is this job but customer service? We are providing a skill, a service for these children, and it's our job to teach them to the best of our ability. So guys, I hope some of this information was useful to you. If you want to hear more, please come to the workshop. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later.